Updates. I got a job interview. A couple of my best friends got engaged. Um, Homeless outreach that a friend of mine and I have been doing has been going really well. And lastly, I just got a message from my mom saying that my dad might have some like disease or something. It sounds like it's from a lot of concussions, which he played a lot of football and he was really good. So that would make sense. Oh, there's gonna be people looking at me in a second. Um, but yeah, so that's good. I'll start with the first one. So I got an interview at a company like 20 minutes away from where I usually hang out, I guess. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter anymore. Um, but yeah, it's a project manager role, an engineering role. Um, Apparently, they're like the largest maker of like semiconductor technology in the world. So that's kind of cool. Um, really not into the corporate thing, but this is an opportunity that's put in front of me. So uh, if I'm gonna do my best to get it, and if I do, then I'm gonna, you know, assume that this is the direction I should go in, because I could really use the money. I'm sure if you've seen my videos, you know that. Um, so yeah, it pays really well, and it sounds like it'll, you know, be a lot of work, but could be good. Yeah, and then second thing, Kieran and Mora, they got married. They're a couple of my really good friends. I lived with both of them in two separate houses at different times, and yeah, it's been like I think 3 to 4 years that they've been together, so it's really cool. And Kieran is actually from where I grew up back in California, so I've known him since we were like 5 or something like that. So that's pretty cool for me. Um, Yeah, and so I haven't talked about this much, but the third thing, like I said, the homeless outreach that I've been doing on and off, both with my girlfriend um, and with a buddy of mine named Caleb. And Caleb kind of actually just started, it's not really a homeless outreach specifically, it's just kind of telling people about the community that we have started in Portland in Northeast. It's a new church called Grace City Church, and that's kind of part of the reason why I'm actually up here. Um, but yeah, so uh, that's been going really good. We met some people that were incredibly inspiring. Um, One guy actually had no hands or legs. His legs were both were from the knee down were lost from melanoma. Same with his hands, so he had them amputated, or he would have died. And so his legs were uh, bionic. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. But and same with his hands. He had two hook hands, and it was like this sort of a thing, like the technology um, was like regularly connected, but you could open it and close it. And so he wrote on a pen some of like his number for me or something, and his writing was better than it was like really good. It's way better than mine is. I was like, wow, man, you're incredible, inspiring, and so he might be joining us sometime. Um, but yeah, and then we did it again, and it went really good. Met a lot of really cool people. Uh, but Raya, my girlfriend, um, and I have been kind of taking some of the stuff that my parents gave me, which is like sleeping bags, little care packages with like toothpaste, socks, hand warmers, and a bunch of other little things, and giving them out to some of these people. Uh, and yeah, it's so cool to do that. Before Go backwards, like before I started kind of doing this with Caleb, it was just Ryan and I, and we were kind of walking around and giving out hot chocolate, just trying to start conversation. And then once they kind of said, like what they needed, if they needed anything, saying it's cold. It was in the winter, it was in the 20s and like raining and snowing. We had one of the worst winters here that we've ever had. Actually, on record, I think it could have been the worst. Um, but yeah, so we ended up giving out some stuff to people, and it was just so encouraging. Um, if you live in this area and you're interested in kind of helping out with that sort of thing, and you want to, talk to me, I'd be so into that. We have a lot of other stuff at my old place that I'm kind of keeping there, and the guys let me do that, keep it in the back. So we got sleeping bags and more of those care packs, like everything. I mean, just like a bunch of good stuff. Clothes, beanies, sweaters, shirts, um, winter jackets and stuff. So if you wanted to help us give some of these things out, yeah, let me know. Yeah, just say that in the comments if you want to. Yeah, there's been a lot. I was feeling kind of weird today, to be honest. Just kind of felt like rushed. It makes sense. I woke up at I slept in a little bit. I was like 7:30 or something. I usually wake up at 5, so it's kind of late for me. But I went over to a coffee shop and just started like coding, like just balls out for like 5 hours, and drank a bunch of coffee, and it's just too much for me. I don't really drink a lot of coffee, so it was interesting. But I was feeling kind of weird, and so I just realized I need to kind of take the rest of the day and chill. Saturday is really my only day I'm not doing a lot, because Sundays, a lot of the church stuff, I get there pretty early I'm doing sound right now, so help out with that a lot. We have to get there kind of early. But everything's going really good, and I'm starting to see some some stuff moving, it's almost like coinciding with spring coming out. There's little flowers popping out everywhere, and there's little flowers kind of popping out in my life right now. There's a lot of little opportunities and doors it seems like God's opening up. It could be cool. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know how much more battery or space I have on my phone, so this might go off in a second, but lots of good. I'm still jamming in here with my guitar and with the djembe and harmonica, so it's not good. But I've been learning them all at one time, and I've noticed that it almost keeps me more into it, because when I sit down and just play like one instrument, it'll almost be like a pushing kind of drudgery to kind of go through it. But it's cool, like working on a rhythm with the drum, playing like an air instrument with the harmonica, and then doing the guitar, just something with your hands, like really hand-eye coordination. So it works like a lot of different parts of your brain. I'm always like, I feel like I've taken like a test afterward or something, but it's like a good feeling. And I'm learning fairly quickly at each one of them. It seems like they all complement each other in a sense. So yeah, lots of good right now. Yeah. That's about it. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day and take it easy. So you do the same. See ya.